so need to put moisturiser on your forehead, that's why you got wrinkles.
I'm gonna keep leave that a bit in. Yes people, welcome back to the vlog. You might call this a day in the life, I don't know what you would call it. You've seen some of my morning. What I'm going to do now is get my pre-workout meal in, get changed, get ready for the gym. I will film some of it, but it's another posterior session, and the last vlog that went out was also a posterior session. But before I do that, I am going to get done with sorting all my clients' clothing that's going out, which I am very happy about for all the people that have ordered, thank you very much. The clothing I am also very happy with. It's cool fit. I'll tell you something, I have a newfound respect for anyone that does clothing because it's a nightmare to find. It's hard to source good prices and it's hard to source good quality. But I am going to spend a good amount of time sorting through this box. Then you'll see me later when most likely I'll have my kit off. So first work block done for the day. I done all my client check-ins. I then wrapped and put all the addresses on the client clothing, which took ages, but it's all good. I then had my pre-workout meal, which you've seen, but it was oats, whey paste and berries. And now, before I go train, I'm going to go get some steps in, which I always do, just to help with digestion, and it's also a good way for me to break up steps throughout the day. It just makes it easier to hit my total. On my little walk, I'm going to go visit a new coffee shop in Dundee. I don't know how to say it, but I'll take a video of what it's called and I'll grab some videos when I'm in there. But it is Andy and Graham that have done a lot of my tattoos that have opened it, and it looks very cool. So I will catch you when I get to the gym. Look at the state of this guy here. You might be wondering why I've magically appeared in a different gym after doing a set in the unit, but it's because we don't have a leg press and I don't like doing stiff legs without a bar, because it vibrates a lot and I've got a shit grip. So I do half the session there, I come here, yes I know I'm in a pure gym, yes I know I'm going to ruin all my gains, but there's not any other gyms here, so I just come in to do those two things. It is a 2-minute walk, by the way, from the unit to here, so it's not making me go out my way. Anyway, like this. Just for a little bit of advice, if you are short like me, right, if you're a short guy, here's the easiest advice. Buy your knitwear, jumpers, hoodies from female sections where possible, because the fit is way better. Normally, when I buy a jumper, it goes down to my knees and it looks shit. So, Zara women's. I was going to do like a full physique update and like sort of break down how I'm going to go into my gaining phase, but I think I'll actually do that in a separate video where I just speak about that the whole video. Really just to give people some pointers and tips on how you can go about doing that. I'll show you how I'm looking to in a second, but it was a real stressful end to the year in terms of I was ill, like actually hammered. So I had the flu that every single person on earth had, but I was just like really hammered by it. I barely trained the whole of December, dropped 8 kilos, and then I've only just started feeling back to myself over the last like 2 weeks. So it is what it is, it's not ideal. I think everyone literally had it. I think every client I coach at some point was ill, but just got to roll with it. In terms of how everything's going, the start of the year, it's madness. So I rebranded at the start of December. I am the busiest I've ever been with coaching, which is fantastic. Spaces are open for coaching though. Just because I'm the busiest I've been doesn't mean that I don't want to work with more people. And then we're into that sort of part of the year where you start to see more people coming in, like more clients and their goals being closer. So what I mean by that is like shoots, shows are starting to really kick off. So I've got 3 clients starting for shoots at the moment, 1 for a show. That's the start of the year. There's more later on, but it's cool to see that stuff just where everything's starting to take shape, and honestly I couldn't be happier with it. Like I started last year in a pretty difficult position mentally. I'd started prep for the wrong reasons. I was pretty just fatigued and fucked off with everything, and this year's totally different. I feel like a totally new man. I've got more energy. I feel like everything's just going in the right direction, so honestly it's brilliant. I am going to keep up the vlogs, and I'm going to try and keep on top of these and like keep just showing different aspects of it, but as you can imagine, I'm not a YouTuber. I am not very good at this, so I try and all my focus is going into coaching and occasionally training, you know, part-time bodybuilder. But here is how I'm currently looking, sitting at 90 kilos, so 7.8 kilos down from where I was in my gaining phase in December, but they will go across the screen now. So as you can see there, I'm actually fairly happy with the look, which for anyone that bodybuilds knows that doesn't happen loads, but I can see the improvements I made over the last 6 months. I'm happy with the fullness added to the areas that I was aiming for. And then as I go into this phase that as I said, I'll cover in a different vlog, I'm really going to push that, which is cool. So all I'm thinking about this year for me is there's no set timeline for anything. It's far more chilled out. I don't need to be ready for a set date for a show or a shoot. It's just about enjoying it. Training this is the most I've enjoyed training, so just staying on top of that. Just making sure that I can balance everything, because my plan is to get the busiest I've ever been with coaching, and I've seen that happen to other people before where they do struggle with finding time to train, finding time to focus on themselves. I don't want that. So if you want to join the team, sign up. Am I going to get busy as hell? Absolutely. Am I going to be able to balance it all? Absolutely, because that's the whole point, isn't it? Anyway, it's a way to be a hurricane outside. Dundee is a way to take off. Probably bins are going to fly about. I'm going to try and go to the gym. As you can tell, I sound a little bit rough again. That's because yesterday I trained legs. I got a sports massage, and Grace has basically hammered me on purpose because I've been being cheeky. And honestly, I'm absolutely hammered, so my voice is going. Let's hope I'm not getting ill again, because that would be a nightmare. Peace out, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever. Thank you, good night.